Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any video from my channel.
Yo! On LCameraTV, make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, y'all see what time it is. I got a Panthers jersey on, so I gotta talk about some Panthers stuff. And I just realized, man, I've been doing Panthers videos for a little while, and I've yet to do a mock draft. So I decided, let's do a Panthers mock draft. Now, I'm only going to do the first 3 rounds because, you know, I want to do the first 3 rounds. But we're going to do the first 3 rounds of the NFL draft, who I think the Panthers should draft them, why, and how this will benefit our team. So, let's get started. And now, with the number 24 pick in the NFL 2018 draft, the Carolina Panthers select Darius Guice from LSU. And I'm going to tell you guys why we need Darius Guice. Now, some people were thinking we go safety because we definitely need some safeties. Some people were thinking you go receivers because we definitely need receivers. But our whole offense is predicated on the run. Without the run, our offense is nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I think the safety position is definitely important. I think the cornerback position is important also. And I think the receiver position is important. But I feel like if we don't get a dominant running back for years to come, we'll be hurting ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We thought Christian McCaffrey could be that last year. We thought he'd be able to, catch and be able to run up the middle, which he showed an inability to do. He can catch really well. He can catch with the best of them. He had one-handed catches and everything, and he's definitely a dangerous threat for a passing back in the backfield. But he's not feared. You know what I'm saying? And the person that was supposed to be feared was Jonathan Stewart, and he wasn't feared. Because he really declined. So getting Darius Guice would be a perfect situation for us. You know what I'm saying? He'll fall right into our lap. A lot of people are projecting him to go, later. I think we show our identity and go running back first pick. Darius Guice will be, people compare him to Marshawn Lynch. He's a powerful back. He has a little bit of wiggle to him. He's definitely has speed, way more speed than Jonathan Stewart has. So if he breaks loose, he's gonna be hard to catch. And I think he's an all-around back. He's a running back who can catch instead of Christian McCaffrey, who's a kind of scat back who can run a little bit. So he'll be definitely a nice addition to our backfield, and we can put both of them in the backfield at the same time. I'm thinking third downs. We have Darius Guice and Christian McCaffrey back there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we would do a triple option, whatever, with Cam Newton. I think that would be perfect for us. So I definitely think Darius Guice would be the perfect pick for us. Some people were thinking Justin Reed. Some people were thinking, obviously Josh Jackson, and I think those are valid picks. But for me, I think, our run game has to be solidified. Our run game predicates everything else. That's how we build up on everything else. That's how we get our play actions done. That's how tight ends get open. If we don't have a dominant run game, I think that would really hurt us. So I'm going, running back first. Let's go. That's how I feel. Running back. Darius Guice in the black and Carolina blue, and he's gonna be our stable running back for years to come. Now that we got our first pick squared away and our running back solidified, with the number 55th pick in the NFL 2018 draft, the Carolina Panthers select DJ Chark. That is right, from LSU. And yes, I went LSU back to back, and I'm gonna tell you why we need DJ Chark. DJ Chark was a victim of horrible quarterbacking. Ellington was not a great quarterback. DJ Chark, I'm not saying he's Hall of Fame receiver right now, but I think he'll be a good receiver, and especially a good receiver for our system, because I think we have a lot of good speedsters, but they're shorter. We got Curtis Samuel, it's like 5'10", 5'11". We got Demir Bird, basically same height, like 5'10", 5'11". We got Jarius Wright, 5'10", 5'11". You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of shorter receivers that are fast. The only fast receiver that we have that is taller is Torrey Smith, and he's like 6'2", whatever, 6'3" maybe. But DJ Chark could be our Martavis Bryant. He has the speed. He can automatically get vertical and beat the defense. He could be the heir apparent to Torrey Smith, because let's be honest, we don't want Torrey Smith for that long. We probably get him, if we get DJ Chark in there, we can have him for like 1 year. He can learn behind him, whatever, get his little reps, whatever. And then next year we can let Torrey Smith go and have DJ Chark the number 2 receiver. You know what I'm saying? And technically, I know everybody's saying we need a number one receiver, but look at the, you don't need a number one receiver. You don't. It's not a mandatory thing. I think number of receivers is definitely good, but let's be honest. And like the top 5 receivers in the league right now, only one of the number one receivers actually has a Super Bowl ring. You got Antonio Brown who has a Super Bowl ring, but Julio Jones, Odell Beckham, D Hop, Dez Bryant, all these receivers. Who else? Demaryius Thomas has one too. Yeah, but a lot of them, number one receivers don't have rings because it's good, but you don't need them. Like look at the Patriots, for instance. The Patriots, they don't really have a number receiver. But they're winning Super Bowls left and right. Even the Seahawks. Doug Baldwin, you can say he's number one receiver, but he's not. Let's be honest, he's not really a number one receiver. You know what I'm saying? So I think if you have 2 viable receivers that can catch the ball when need to and do their job, because I mean, even when we went to the Super Bowl, Ted Ginn, he's not really a number one receiver, man. He was just a good receiver in our system. Because let's be honest, most of his career he's been a disappointment. Philly Brown, he obviously was not a number one receiver. So I think DJ Chark will be an instant, impact player for us. He can get vertical, you know what I'm saying, and he's tall enough to catch jump balls too. And obviously Cam has a cannon, so he can get the ball out there. I think DJ Chark would be a great investment for us. I think he's kind of undervalued, so I think he might be, what I'm saying, if we get him in the second round, he might be a steal of the draft depending on how he plays in the season. And obviously the 2 things that could use work is his route running, and his hands are not bad, but obviously you can always become a better catcher or whatever. And the main things he needs to work on is route running, and he needs to get stronger because he's like a lanky guy. He's a very skinny guy. So, but I think that's gonna come with time. I think he's gonna once he gets in the NFL, he's gonna get a little bit bigger. He's gonna hit the weight room more, stuff like that. So I think DJ Chark with our number 2 pick. He might be a steal of the draft. I think we should go LSU, and Darius Guice and DJ Chark. And I think that would be perfect for Cam Newton. You know what I'm saying? He'll be an heir apparent for Torrey Smith, so we can get Torrey Smith up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And I think he'll be an impact starter, man. He's like 6'4". He can get vertical. He runs really fast. He can get behind the defense. I like DJ Chark. So I think my first 2 picks are really good picks. So now that we got our running back and receiver out the way, it's the 3rd round, and this is what I think we should get. With the 85th pick of the 2018 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers should get Marcus Allen from Penn State. Now, we need a safety, you know what I'm saying? And because there's so many other positions that, are pretty good and everything like that, whatever, I think Marcus Allen still will be there. I think he'll be a pretty good safety for us, you know what I'm saying? I think, he may not be, a Justin Reed or, even like, Derwin James or, one of the bigger names. But I want you guys to remember that there was a few safeties last year that got drafted that were really good, and they were in the later rounds. You got Boba Baker, and you got the safety for the Saints. I'm blanking on his name. They were actually pretty good safeties, and they were later round safeties. They weren't, first pick, whatever safety. So I think Marcus Allen will be good for us. He's, I think he'll be a good rangy safety. He's he's like 6'1". He's pretty good at height, you know what I'm saying? He's a powerful dude, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Biggest thing his weakness is like, man coverage, but you kind of like, yeah, your safety, man coverage is important, but you're a safety, like you gotta roam the backfield. And I don't know about his ball hawking skills. I don't think he was like that big of a ball hawk, but I think he can get interceptions. I think he'll be serviceable. I think he can get interceptions if they like tipped his way and stuff like that, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I think with our situation, our system, because we have such a good front 7, it don't put that much demand on the safety. We need a good safety, but it doesn't put that much demand on the safety. So I think he'll be able to thrive in our system, and that's why I love, that's what I love about, Ron Rivera's mindset. The front 7, even though, I definitely was saying I want secondary help. The front 7 does make it easier on their secondary because they don't have to cover for ages and all that stuff. So I definitely think Marcus Allen will be able to flourish in our system, and he doesn't really have any character issues or anything like that too much. So I think Marcus Allen will be a good pickup for us from Penn State. I think he'll be good in our system. I think he'll be able to flourish. You know what I'm saying? Him and Cersei next to, because I think Cersei's going to be a starter and strong safety. I know a lot of people think he's going to be depth, but I don't see it that way. I think he's going to be a starter. So You know, we got Marcus Allen on the left side. We got, you know, or we could do Kaiser White, whichever. But I think Marcus Allen is a little bit better. So you got Marcus Allen on the left side, free safety. You got Denoris Cersei on strong safety. So I think that'll be a good little backfield, man. You know, I think Marcus Allen will actually fit really well, especially because our front seven is going to create so much havoc. Now, my 88th pick in the NFL 2018 draft, that one is kind of difficult. And I'm not sure about this, but I think it'll be a good situation, right? I think Kevin Tolliver from LSU will be a good player. And I'm going to tell you why. I think he'll be a good player. He's 6'3". He's fast. He's physical and everything like that. The main thing with him is, and this is why we might not draft him, is because, one, he has some injuries. And two, he has some character issues. Now, I know the Carolina Panthers, they do not rock with character issues. You know, obviously that's why they gave Greg Hardy the boot. They really want, you know, stand-up guys and everything like that, whatever. But I think Kevin Tolliver will be a good player. I think, you know what I'm saying, he'll be a good cornerback for us. He's 6'3". He'll be perfect for, you know, Mike Evans, who's like 6'5", and Julio Jones, who's like 6'2". He's very physical. He's very rangy. Now, mind you, his ball skills, like I said, are not, you know, the greatest. But, you know, and, you know what I'm saying, he's like, but I think he won't really get beat vertically, you know, because he's pretty fast. You know, he's pretty strong, so you can't, you know, kind of overpower him. And I think his mechanics needs to work, and he needs some work, whatever. But I feel like, you know, our secondary coaches can work on that. I think you can teach technique. You can't really teach physical stature and everything like that, whatever. And I think his physical stature will dictate us being like, maybe we can mold this guy into a really good corner. Because my thing is this, man. Josh Norman was a later corner, you know what I'm saying? He came in with really good ball hugging skills. He had, like, character issues also. He got, you know, he has really bad temper and all that stuff. We know what Josh Norman is. But, you know, he wasn't that fast and everything like that. Well, this is kind of the opposite of that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, in the same boat, they do have character issues and stuff like that, whatever. But the ball hugging skills are not, like, as good as Josh Norman's, but he has a physical capability that Josh Norman didn't have. Because Josh Norman ran like a 4.6 in the combine. He wasn't that fast. You know what I'm saying? He's more a leaner cornerback. He was very good in press coverage. But, and he's pretty good with zones. This guy, he's pretty good with press coverage, but the problem is that he can be a little grabby, obviously, you know, but that's why he's like in the third round, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we can't expect you know, complete product in the third round, but you can expect somebody who has, you know, physical attributes, whatever, and you can teach them more of the technique. And especially, I think, with James Bradbury, I think he's, you know what I'm saying, James Bradbury is very technically sound, but, you know, he just has whole ball hogging skills. You know what I'm saying? With Kevin Tolliver, I think he'll have a little bit better ball hogging skills. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely bigger physical. And that's why I think also the Panthers will look like him, because his height, you know what I'm saying? They like taller corners. They like physical corners. Even though they play a lot of zone, I think he'll be pretty good press coverage. And especially because, you know, he's pretty fast and pretty strong. You can't, you know what I'm saying? He can jam people really well, and he can keep up with the receiver. So I think Kevin Tolliver will be a good pick for the second, third round pick. And that's my, you know, that's how I see it. You know, we get our safety in our corner for the future. You know what I'm saying? And I think they'll be pretty productive players in our system. And I think the Panthers will walk away pretty happy with those two picks. Well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share for show cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, get in the comment section, what do you think about LCameraTV's very first mock draft? You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about it? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? What would you change? Who do you think would be a better setup or solution? Give me, you know what I'm saying, give me your opinion, because I definitely want to hear your opinion, man. I'm just basing it off of what we did in free agency, you know, what our needs are, I think our needs are, and everything like that. And I think I'm just looking at the people who I think would be best served. I think the only one that's questionable would be the Kevin Tolliver one, because, you know, we don't deal with character issues, but I think he'll be a good player in our system. So get in the comment section, guys. Make sure you tell me what would you know, how your first 3 rounds would go. What would we do? Trade, maybe. You know, give me scenarios. Share this with your Panther friends and family. Share this all Panther Nation. You know what I'm saying? And keep pounding y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.